Hey, it's me, Scooby. Do you want to see an amazing Optifine client for the latest version of Minecraft Bedrock Edition? If so, stick around. And here they are. It's the Optifine RK resource pack for the latest version of Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Now, of course, it does come with two packs. Now, you get the client style, basically, and the normal version like so. Make sure this one's always below the client style like this. And, of course, this is made by this amazing person right here. Of course, the download link to this resource pack will be in the description down below, as well as a video on how to install add-ons if you do not know how to do so. Now, of course, make sure both are active. They do come with a cogwheel, both of them do. Now, this is to change how optimized you want your Minecraft to be. Now, of course, I'm setting it on the balance, but you can change it to the high optimization or the maximum optimization. And they say that there is some quality loss if you put it on this one. Now, I will like to remind you that if you do change these settings here, you will have to restart Minecraft. It's just how things work these days. And of course, you can go here to the client style and you get the two different modes, the resolution light and not light. I don't know what this is, but there you go. Once you're sure both of them are active, all you need to do is apply it by clicking this top little arrow at the corner there, and as you can see, if we wait for a bit, it'll apply and it will look like this amazing animation here has shown that it is indeed enabled. Now, I do have the client version with that other resource pack enabled, so as you can see, this is how the client one looks. The other one looks a bit different, but not too much different. The main changes are in the settings over here, of course, but I do like this model of your player character in the middle here with the Optifine RK logo. And you can see all these different buttons here, and you can see their YouTube down there as well. So if we click settings, this is the main part. It brings up this style of menu with a lot of different buttons to press. Now, of course, I do like this perspective eyes, perspective back, and perspective front with an amazing feature here, the FOV one. And I personally love this feature, especially for YouTube, because you can slide this up and down and change your FOV on a whim. Of course, you can hide HUD and hide hand. And you get the juicy information right here with the Optifine RK. Now, I will like to say that since I'm using the client version, it is a bit cut off. Now, if you're using this on the phone, it should be fine. And if you're using the general purpose one without the client style enabled, this works amazing. And there's no little cut off, as you can see in the corner there with the little E, I believe. So if we scroll down, this is the creator right here. And of course, they have some beta testers and all this juicy information. So there you go. Going down to graphics, this is where the major changes happen with making the game optimized. Now, they got the general stuff, the VSync. So of course you want this if you want better frames, and you get the brightness and all these amazing little features like the frame rate limiter there, which I'll show you in a bit. Also, if we scroll down, you get the anti-aliasing, FPS boost, make sure that's always on. You also get the debug UI, that's for the Minecraft beta. So if you want to disable that and make it clean looking, you can do that. Of course, if we continue to scroll down, you can see we have these amazing settings right here, which you're going to have to translate, but basically you can enable or disable these to allow for better FPS, of course. So that's basically it in the options menu right now. Let's hop into the world to see the rest of the changes. Now, once we're in the world, we can simply bring up the chat menu and you will see that it does say Optifine RK works correctly. So that's great and shows that it is indeed enabled. Now, you might already know that I do have a kind of a different hotbar right now with this little blue squiggle thing, and my hearts are blue as well as my hunger looks a bit less detailed. So there you go, and as you can see, the font on that 4 is a bit different. Now, if we go to third person back, like so, you can see I've got an amazing Optifine cape, which is epic and looks super nice. If we go to first person, you can see my arm is also a little different. I believe so, I'm not 100% sure, but it does look a bit different to me, as well as the crosshair, it's a little different as well. Now moving on, this is how the UI looks in the inventory like so. So you can just simply see it looks a bit different as well. And if we go to our inventory, you can see there's a little button right next to the crafting. I will show you what that does right now. If we simply grab some wood like so and place it down here, this is basically shift if you do not have shift on mobile. So you just click this button here and it'll auto craft all these sticks for you or whatever you're trying to craft. Next up, we have a new totem of Undyne. It's the same totem, just retextured, but it has a little nice skin on it basically. So this is the creator's skin if you can't tell, which is super nice and kind of changes up the vibe of it. As well as if we put on a Punkman, you can see that it's more transparent. You can generally see it's still there, but it's a much less obscuring and won't get in your way if you say you're fighting the Ender Dragon and you don't want to trigger those pesky Endermen. Now, of course, they do the same treatment for the spyglass. It's much more clear and it doesn't obstruct vision as much. Of course, if we bring up the pause menu, you can see it changed a bit, not too much. Everything looks generally the same, but ever so slightly different with a nice screenshot button here. So if we go back into the options and we can just play around with these settings. If we go down to this, you can see it does indeed change your vision. If you can see me at the back there, it does indeed change this perspective. As well, you can like quickly change these type of settings. If we change the FOV and go to like 40, you can see it does indeed change the FOV. Now it's much more zoomed in. And of course, you know, the hide HUD and all that does generally do work. Now, one final thing, I said I would show you how the FPS limiter works. So they simply limit it down to say 30 like so. And as you can see, our FPS is now running at 30. So it works very nicely and limits your FPS to a suitable FPS. So your PC or mobile does not try to go to the high FPS and may cause lag, which I think is epic. But let's just change that back to unlimited like so, and now it's back to normal. So there's a bunch of options that you guys can play around with and try your hand on increasing FPS in every single way possible. One final note is, I just saw this right now, the experience orb does look a bit different, as you can see. I like that blue color, it's very nice. But anyway guys, this is how you can get this insane Optifine resource pack client in the latest version of Minecraft Bedrock Edition. And if you made it this far, comment down Rex in the comment section down below. Yes, I'm saying that to annoy him. It takes some time to actually say that. I don't know why my tongue's catching on itself today. And like always, of course, the down link will be in the description down below. But other than that, if you did enjoy, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this video with all your friends, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.